Jamaica. Expect me.
Welcome to ReggaeMedia. Vybz Kartel, fresh off his historic three-peat in Toronto, is now turning its focus back home to Jamaica. The world boss is heading to the island not just to celebrate his success, but to stand with the people of Jamaica and help to rebuild after the devastating impact of Hurricane Melissa. Vybz Kartel already donated millions towards the relief efforts, but now he's taking it a step further, showing up in person, being involved, and giving back directly to the communities in need. Because right now, the people of Jamaica need more than just words. They need action, unity, and real support. And this move is important because no matter what Kartel does, there are always critics ready to downplay everything. Now, for example, under my recent video of Kartel 3P performance, someone commented and said, "Boy, I need to match Shaggy. Shaggy was the first to land in Jamaica with a plane full of supplies. Your 1.5 million a show no mean nothing. You're only good for show off on social media." And you see, this is exactly why Kartel's decision to come home and physically be there means so much. It's one thing to donate from a distance. It's another thing entirely to touch down on the ground, see the people, stand beside them, be beside them through their struggles and everything like that. And at the end of the day, this isn't just about music or about film or about anything. It's about Kartel's leadership, compassion, and using his platform, right, for real purpose. The people of Jamaica have been through a lot, and seeing the King of Dancehall back home, giving back, will mean so much to all of them. I am sure all the true Gaza supporters will love to see Vybz Kartel underground beside them, helping to move, helping to clear roads and all of these other things. So big up Vybz Kartel for that move. Welcome to ReggaeMedia. Hurricane Melissa has left Jamaica in mourning, rebuilding, and I'm calling for accountability in how the recovery is handled. Prime Minister Andrew Holness' administration has now confirmed that 19 people has lost their lives following the passage of Hurricane Melissa on Tuesday. 8 bodies were recovered in St. Elizabeth, 9 in Westmoreland, and 2 in St. James, including a child. There were also individual reports of deaths in St. Catherine and Hanover. Among the victims was an 18-year-old pregnant woman, Monique Coke, from Waterworks in Petersfield, Westmoreland. Reports say Monique, her mother, and her younger brother were inside their small 2-bedroom wooden home when it collapsed during the storm. She was rushed to the Savannah Public General Hospital, where she was pronounced dead on arrival. It's heartbreaking stories like these that remind us that beyond the statistics, these are real people, families being torn apart, lives completely changed overnight. According to Morris Dixon, a helicopter from the Jamaica Defense Force has been dedicated to locating and collecting the bodies of those who lost their lives during the hurricane. Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie shared that 170 communities across 6 parishes, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, Hanover, Westmoreland, and St. James, have been moderately or severely affected by the storm. These areas are now facing heavy flooding, massive landscape slippage, and serious infrastructure damage. Emergency response teams, including 117 members of the JDF Disaster Assistance Response Team, are on the ground conducting search and rescue mission and delivering food packages alongside the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Relief efforts are also being supported by local and international partners, the World Food Program, UNICEF, CDEMA, the Red Cross, and Salvation Army, and many others. Thousands of Jamaicans across the island have also stepped up, volunteering their time, money, and resources to help their fellow citizens in this time of crisis. In response to the devastation, the government of Jamaica has launched a website, as we know, supportjamaica.gov.jm, to help mobilize support, channel relief, and coordinate rebuilding process. As the rebuilding begins, there's also some financial relief coming to Jamaica. The country is set to receive 24 billion Jamaican dollar payout. That's 150 million from its catastrophe bond, the first time Jamaica has triggered this kind of financial safety net. This payout is part of a strategy designed to protect the country from natural disasters, and it comes at a time when the damage from Hurricane Melissa is being estimated anywhere between US 5 billion and US 16 billion, making it one of the most destructive hurricane in Jamaica's history, even worse than 1988's Hurricane Gilbert. Disaster expert Chuck Watson described it as one of the worst scenarios you can imagine. The funds from this catastrophe bond will be quickly released based on the storm's physical characteristics like wind speed and pressure, so Jamaican can access immediate liquidity for recovery. The bond was created under the leadership of former Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark and backed by the World Bank and designed to ensure that Jamaica could respond fast when facing severe natural disasters. While the 24 billion Jamaican dollars is a significant sum, it still covers only a fraction of the total damage, which could reach into the billions of US dollars. This means the road to recovery will be long and definitely challenging, and that's where proper management, transparency, and accountability become extremely crucial. Now, here's where this conversation needs to go even deeper, and since no one is talking about it, I will. The Constituency Development Fund, CDF, which currently allocates 20 million Jamaican dollars per constituency, needs to be increased to at least 40 million or even 50 million, because just let's be real and let's be honest, no member of parliament can rebuild an entire constituency with just $20 million, when in some areas the damage alone already exceeds that amount. In parishes like St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, St. James, the destruction from Hurricane Melissa is already in the hundreds of thousands and millions of Jamaican dollars across the country. The total damage in the billions of US dollars, and it's time for the government to raise the CDF cap, especially for MPs representing the hardest hit areas in Jamaica. And here's my key point: Jamaica won't be using its own funds right now. Millions of dollars in international aid, international assistance are already flowing into the country from government organizations and individuals worldwide, plus donations coming in daily to support Jamaica.jm. So the money is coming in, and we know it's coming in, right? So there's no need for the CDF to remain at 20 million. It should be raised and stay raised permanently, so in the future, in future disasters, right, the constituencies have real funding flexibility to rebuild infrastructure, roads, homes, for the people of Jamaica. But of course, raising the CDF is just one step. The real test is ensuring that every cent from the international aid, from the catastrophe bond, and from donation goes directly to rebuilding the country for the people who actually need it the most. And this is not the time for corruption. This is not the time for excuses and or for funds to disappear into bureaucracy or anything like that. Jamaicans want to see and deserve to see, all of this. The people who have lost everything, right? They want to see this help, and they want to see the help that was promised to them delivered. Too many times in the past, we have heard about aid being sent only for people on the ground to say they never receive it. There's no proof of it. That cannot happen this time, and not when so many lives have been lost, not when communities have been destroyed completely, and not when the world has stepped up to help. Everybody is helping Jamaica right now. Right now, international support is already underway, right? A 30-member search and rescue team from the United States is arriving to assist local authorities. All right, so yes, help is coming, the money is coming, but now again, it's time for the government to make sure every single dollar, every single cent is accounted for, and every single resources goes where it truly belongs, to the people of Jamaica. What the country needs most isn't just rebuilding, it's really the trust from the government, and the trust that the system and the measures that they put in place will actually work, and that our leaders are doing the right thing, and trust that the people who have lost homes, loved ones, and their livelihoods will not be forgotten.